We spent 4 days in Sicily where we explored the fascinating capital of Palermo. Come join us as we explore the city and visit all the must-see attractions, including bustling markets, historic churches, eat local delicacies, and go on an amazing day trip to the Valley of the Temples. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, we are now in Palermo, the capital city of Sicily, and we're going to explore the city for the next couple of days.
And try delicious local dishes.
Alright guys, we're now at Pretoria Fountain, which is also known by the Sicilians as the Fountain of Shame, and it gets this name because of all of the nude sculptures that it's covered in. So let's cover our shame and check it out. This fountain is a magnificent piece of art and set inside the beautiful piazza. It is absolutely stunning. So this fountain also has an epic origin story. Originally constructed in Florence in 1555 for a wealthy nobleman, and in 1573, facing financial issues, the nobleman sold the fountain to the city of Palermo. It was then disassembled into 644 pieces and sent to Palermo, where it was put back together in Piazza Pretoria, where it still stands today. Alright guys, we are now in the church Santa Caterina dell'Alessandria, and this place is super beautiful. Really detailed paintings and sculptures and stuff. Really impressive. Check it out. This is probably one of the most beautiful churches we have ever been to. The amount of detail in the paintings and sculptures is absolutely unbelievable. We just don't have words to describe how beautiful this place is. So we'll just leave you with some B-roll to enjoy. Alright, so we've now left the church. So we bought a ticket for €7, which gives you access to the rooftop and also this beautiful little courtyard, and there's also a little museum that has some artifacts here as well. So yeah, we're about to go up to the roof now. Let's go check it out. Well, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Am I going to heaven? This is what it feels like. It's like these really old beams and stuff. Here we go, the top, the rooftop. Check that out.
Alright guys, we are at the rooftop of Santa Caterina Church. So when you pay for the entrance fee, make sure you pay for the €7 option. For that one, you will get access to the rooftop. There are cheaper options, €3, but that will just allow you to walk in around the ground floor of the church only. So make sure you don't miss out on this.
Alright, so now we're on the roof. You can see the fountain Pretoria down there that we were just before. So it's right, this church is right next to the fountain. You also get these amazing panoramic views of the city. Can't beat that. Right behind Chiesa Santa Caterina, you'll find two other impressive churches that are worth checking out. Chiesa Santa Maria and Chiesa di San Cataldo. These are both built in the Norman Arab style of architecture that you can see with the arches and domes. And both of these churches are UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Inside of Chiesa Santa Maria you'll find amazing paintings, but unfortunately there was a service going on so we couldn't visit, but normally you can visit and see this beautiful artwork up close. Chiesa di San Cataldo has simple rough stonework that makes it very imposing and completely different feel to the other churches. I think we really admired the raw simplicity here over the more detailed interiors. Alrighty, so we just went inside those two churches. So the first one was absolutely amazing. There was like a service going on at the time. So it had a really, I don't know, what sort of feeling was it?
It's just like sacred. Something.
Sacred, yeah, really sacred, eerie kind of feeling. They had like incense and stuff going and doing some like singing. It kind of sounded like chanting. It was a really, really cool experience. And then we popped into the church beside it, which is the one behind me, which is called Chiesa whatever. Cataldo, St. Cataldo. We went to the church behind us then, St. Cataldo, which is the one behind me, and it's kind of got that Arabic looking architecture from the outside, and inside it's absolutely amazing. It's really small, it's like really raw on the inside. There's no ornate pictures or sculptures or anything like that. It's just raw stone, these big arches. It's really, I don't know, it's just really basic but really powerful, really amazing building. Anyway, we're going to keep on exploring. Let's see what we can find next. This is a real drive-through. Alrighty, so we're now at Mercado di Bellaro, which is a market here. It's really old. There's lots of fresh produce and stuff here. There's souvenirs, clothes, all sorts of stuff. It's a lot of hustle and bustle. There's people driving through on motorbikes and stuff. It's quite chaotic, but it's really cool. So let's go check it out. Mercado di Bellaro is one of Palermo's oldest markets, dating back to the 10th century during the Arab rule in Sicily. Its name derived from Souk el Balhara, which means market of mirrors. This is a really awesome market. It's full of fresh produce, seafood, and street food, and that's what we came here to eat actually. It's busy, noisy, chaotic, and we love it. It has the same sort of vibe as a market in Thailand or Southeast Asia, where you see locals in there going about their business, zooming around on scooters, picking up their food, and that's when you know the market is going to be absolutely legit. No?
No.
A hard no.
Wanna try it?
No, this is a famous dish here in Palermo. It's like intestines at a barbecue. No thanks. Alright guys, I got a classic Sicilian dish here from the market. It's called arancina. So it's basically a deep fried rice bowl, and it's stuffed with meat. This one, you can get other fillings, but the typical version is meat, and it has like tomato sauce and peas and all this sort of stuff in there as well. So it's nice and hot. Let's give it a try. So I'll open that up and give you a cross section. See that?
Oh wow.
Look at that. Looks piping hot. Get a piece there. And see the rice, it's kind of like, looks flavored as well. Some come past on a motorbike. Really hot.
see it's smoke
Oh, yeah.
coming out.
It's really nice. It's like crunchy on the outside from being deep fried, and on the inside there's so much flavor in there. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be so flavorful, but it's like bursting with flavor. It's not dry or anything because of the rice.
Yeah.
It's just bursting with flavor. Absolutely delicious. I absolutely love these things.
Yeah, it's burst out with the stuffing. It's quite generous amount of stuffing, right?
Yeah, it's just filled with meat. Yeah, I'm gonna keep eating
How
this.
much is that?
This was €4. I think we bought it for
It's
cheaper.
quite, yeah, it's quite cheap actually.
Yeah, they're quite big. This is like
Like a proper meal.
It's like the size of a tennis ball. Alrighty, so we're now leaving the market, and that market is really, really cool.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's like, it feels really local, so you see lots of locals there buying like fresh produce and stuff.
Yeah.
And you can go there and get some street food or seafood.
Yeah, and
really, really
the
cool.
sellers are like yelling.
Yeah, it's very
try
loud.
to, give out the product and stuff. It's
Yeah.
so amazing.
Really, really cool market, really authentic. Yeah, now we're going to move on and we'll speak to you at the next place. Alright guys, we are now at Porta Nuova. So this arch was built in 1583 to commemorate King Charles V's victory over the Turkish armies. And the reason why it's built here is because this is where King Charles triumphantly entered the city when returning from the battle. Buongiorno everyone, it is breakfast time and we're at a place called La Maturana, and today I've got a classic Italian breakfast. I've got myself an espresso and a dish made in Sicily, the cannoli. And if you haven't had cannoli before, it's like a fried pastry with sweetened ricotta inside. So let's give this a try. So let's start with this espresso. I'll give that a bit of a sip. It's very tiny, it's very strong. Oh, it's delicious, I love it. It's like thick and
Chocolatey.
Oh, it's chocolatey, coffee. Oh, it's just a burst of flavor and energy in the morning. And now this cannoli, it looks awesome. It's got like a cherry at one end. I'm gonna go the cherry end.
Is it cold inside? Yeah. It's the candied orange.
It's really good. It's got a nice crunch. It's got a couple of choc chips in there. Absolutely delicious. And after you take a sip, you can get that sweetness out of your mouth, wash it down with a little sip of the coffee.
And this is a regular size that's bigger than this, right?
I don't know. This is what they brought out. But yeah, we're going to keep eating this breakfast and then we're going to start our day exploring. So let's do it. Alright guys, we're now at Quattro Canti, and here there is an intersection that was once the heart of the city that divides the city up into the 4 ancient districts. And on each corner there's a facade, and the facades are broken up into 3 sections. The bottom section has a fountain that represents one of the 4 seasons. The middle section has one of the Sicilian Spanish kings, and the top section has a female patron saint of the city. Alright guys, we're now at Teatro Massimo, and this is the 2nd largest theatre in Europe. It's grande, it's beautiful. We're not going inside today, but it's absolutely stunning from the outside. You gotta check it out when you're here. The theatre was built in 1897 and is famous for its neo-classical architecture and for featuring in The Godfather Part 3. It is supposed to be absolutely stunning on the inside, but we didn't have time for that as we were on a mission to see some of the best views of the city. Alright, so we're now at the Palermo Cathedral. There's a beautiful square out the front here, and the cathedral itself is very beautiful on the outside, but we've got the curse of construction again. There is a bit of scaffolding going on. But we're here to climb up to the top because there's supposed to be beautiful views up there, so let's go. Palermo Cathedral, like other places around the city, has a blend of different styles due to the different cultures that have occupied the city over the millennia. Originally there was a Christian basilica, later a mosque, and then a Norman church. Alright, so now we're going up to the roof and we're going to pass behind this altar here. That's weird. The secret entrance. There we go. Up here. So apparently there's 100 steps to the top. So we have 100 steps to epic views. That seems like an easy win. Little effort for a big payoff. Or depends if 100 steps are hard for you. Okay, so we're almost at the top. Still a little bit to go. But right now, you can see the church from this view, all these domes and stuff. Pretty cool. Alright, so now we're walking literally on the windowsill of the church. This is pretty cool. I'm digging this, and check this out. You can see the square from down here. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, we're going up some ancient steps now. Alright, so we've now climbed the 100 steps and we're at the top of the cathedral now, and from up here you get 360-degree views of the city and the surrounding mountains. Absolutely stunning. Check this out. You can see all the way up to the ocean, the piazza below that's out in front of the cathedral. Really beautiful.
How much is it?
Like €7 per person, and that gets you access to the church and then to the rooftop. The church is not as interesting as the one we went to the other day, like with all the crazy decorations and stuff. It's just white, but it's kind of cool at the same time, right? But yeah, you can pay more to go see other stuff. There's a bunch of other stuff within the church that you can get access to, but we're mostly interested in checking out these views from up here. Down these ancient steps. Oh, look at that. All right, let's go. All right, guys, we have made it home. Home of ice cream. So Sicily is the birthplace of ice cream. So what better place to eat ice cream? So today I got cannoli flavored ice cream. So why not, when in Sicily, get a flavor inspired by the region? And here in Sicily they serve it in brioche, which is quite unique. Which is really cool because it kind of offsets the flavor, the sweetness of the ice cream, and gives it like that tinge of saltiness in there. It's an absolute perfect combination. So let's give this a try. I'm gonna use this waffle that they put in there as a spoon. Oops, it broke. Okay, I'll use half of the waffle as a spoon. Oh yeah. We've been eating a lot of ice cream since we've been here, and no matter where you go, it's absolutely delicious. So don't worry about trying to find the best place in town. They're all the best place in town. So let me take a bite and get some of that brioche as well. I've got it all over my face, I can tell. Yeah, it it offsets that sweetness, and the brioche kind of has like a little bit of a mandarin or orange peel flavor to it as well. Awesome, 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 awesome. I'm so glad to be home. Alrighty, so now we're heading to the Capo Market, and we're walking through these little streets here to get there.
Hopefully we find some good lunch.
Yeah, we're after some food, so let's suss this out. What is that?
Bitter melon? Bitter melon, I think. But in Asia it's not.
Looks dangerous to eat. Okay, we're walking through this place that sells a bunch of linens and stuff. Wow, it's crazy, it's so colorful. Fascinating.
Strangely, after eating our ice cream, we're off to have some lunch. So we're heading to the Capo Market, which is an outdoor market located in the heart of the Capo district. The market is a feast for the senses, with the sounds of vendors calling out and the aroma of fresh produce, seafood and street food filling the air. So this market is a great place to come and try some of the local Sicilian cuisine, and that's what we're here for.
Okay, so we've now arrived at the Capo Market. Oh yeah, here we go. Some restaurants up here. This is what we come for. Food, seafood. What do we have here? Lots of seafood and other bits and bobs. Fried stuff. So many options. Seafood here. Lots of fresh produce here. We just need to decide where are we going to eat. Yeah, boy, Sfincione. So we got. Okay, so ordered Sfincione, a traditional Sicilian pizza thing. It's eating that up on the grill for us. What did you get?
Seafood, mixed fried seafood.
Okay, one of these seafoods. I like the little helicopters to keep the flies away. They have all the dishes laid out and then they go heat them up for you once you order. Alright, so we finally found a place to eat at the market. They were very convincing, very good people. But today I have ordered some Sfincione, which is a traditional Sicilian style pizza. So basically, it looks like this. It's not like a normal pizza that you see. It has no cheese on it. It's just pasted on there with tomato. There's some anchovies on them as well. So let's give this a try. It's very soft. It's kind of like focaccia. And they love to sing here, so I'll let this guy finish his thing. Yeah. It's very delicious, very tomatoey, very good.
Alright. The mission wouldn't be complete if you come to Sicily and you don't eat seafood. So, what I got is the deep fried mixed seafood. So, you have some small prawns, some fish, I don't know what it's called, anchovies, and then some squid. Here, I have already squeezed a lime or lemon onto it. Let's have a try. Squid first. So good. It's like lightly battered, so you can still, you know, feel some crunch and taste real food without having the thick batter in the way.
They're very noisy here. They like to sing and yell out at people.
What about this fish? FYI, I've been eating this dish every day since we've been here. I just take the head off because I think it's too bitter.
could eat the whole thing. Come on.
Not head. It's bitter, full of guts.
Well, I'm not going to eat it at all.
However, the whole thing of prawns, I can eat the whole thing of prawns. Crunchy. Yum.
Palermo being a coastal city, we have to make our way down to the waterfront at some point. So we're here now, so let's go see what we can find. The sky looks so good. It's really beautiful. We've got the mountains behind us, a few giant cruise ships. We've got some really cool reflections off this water. Imagine how much money, total cost of all these yachts sitting here. Like, look at that. Looks awesome. Really, really cool marina. So just opposite the marina, there's this mural of two judges and prosecutors who spent their career fighting against the mafia and were eventually killed by them. Their names are Falcone and Borsellino. All right, so we're now at Porta Felice, which is the main city gate to Palermo. And right at the other end of this street is Porta Nuova, which we were at yesterday. Check it out. Hey, there's loads of traffic here. You can't see it. We'll have to wait for it to move. So this street here is super busy. Check it out. Oh, here we go. So right at the other end there, I'm not sure if you can see it. You can see the little triangle roof. That is Porta Nuova. And this is Porta Felice. Right, there are some city walls along here. A bit dirty around here though, lots of rubbish, despite there being lots of bins. Alright, so this area is called Foro Italico, so there's a little promenade here along the beach. And there's a park here also. Go all the way down there. We've got beautiful mountains as a backdrop. People fishing, all sorts going on. Boat coming in. There's a cat over there lurking on the rocks. Alright, so we have a ferry rolling into town. Welcome to Palermo! Woohoo! Hope you enjoy your stay. We have.
Yep.
Alrighty, we're now heading to the Vuceria market. And this one's a little bit different to the other markets, that it comes alive in the evening with seafood and super cheap drinks. Let's go check it out.
Let's go.
We're on a mission to try all things Italian, and you can't get anything more Italian than Aperol Spritz, and you don't have to twist my arm to try alcohol. Let's give this a try. It's very orange, right? I expect it to be sweet. Let's give it a go. Whoa. It's a little bit bitter, it's a little bit sweet. It's kind of orangey, is it orangey?
Yeah.
I don't know what it's made out of.
It's Aperol, it's like orange liqueur or something.
It's not bad, it's not bad. It's much better than what I was expecting. Not bad.
Yeah.
I'll maybe
enjoy,
have a couple more during our stay.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, today we're taking a day trip to Valley of the Temples. So we bought our tickets online last night from Trenitalia. They cost 25 euros. So you catch the train here from Palermo Centrale to Agrigento, and then you catch a bus to the site.
So, we'll see you there.
Valley of the Temples is an archaeological site located just outside of Agrigento on the southern coast of Sicily. This impressive site is the ruins of the ancient Greek city of Acragas that was constructed around the 5th century BC and contains some of the best preserved Greek temples outside of Greece. And despite its name, the Valley of the Temples is actually not located in a valley. It sits high upon a ridge with commanding views of the Sicilian countryside.
Alright, so we've now arrived at Agrigento station. So come out the front entrance
And walk up to this bus stop right here and take bus number 1. That will take you to the archaeological site.
Alright, so we've now made it to the Valley of the Temples, and this site is the largest archaeological park in Europe, and the site contains some of the best examples of Greek architecture, and it costs 13 euros per person to enter. And if you want to go to the museum, it costs a little bit more. So we're super excited to start exploring. Let's go!
Okay, so we've now arrived at the first temple. There's lots of like rubble of pillars and stuff everywhere. So there's only a little bit of this one left standing. Looks pretty cool though. Alright, this looks like a statue. The Michelin Man. The Greek Michelin Man. Just lying down having a chill right now. Alright, so it looks like what I thought was the first ever depiction of the Michelin Man is actually a statue of Jupiter. But look how thick his legs are. He's bloody been working out. He's thick.
Alright, so behind me is an ancient Greek altar, and apparently they sacrificed sheep and cows here, and then they would cook and consume the meat in a sacred banquet. And they said when they were cooking the meat, the smoke would go up to the deities in the sky.
Pretty neat though. All that's left is these pillars, so I'm not sure if these were holding up a floor or something. Alright, so now we've come across the Temple of Hercules. This is our most intact one so far, but we know there is more to come.
Alright, so behind me is the Temple of Concordia, and it's the most iconic temple here because it's in such good condition. And the reason for that is because it was converted to a Christian basilica at some point, so it was maintained and reinforced. So we have this building still standing today in such good condition. Pretty impressive. And from the Temple of Concordia, you have commanding views of the coastline here. Absolutely fantastic. So there are fortifications built all along the side that faces the ocean, and also in the tops of the fortification there's tombs. Really interesting. And amazing views, obviously, from the ocean from these fortifications. Not a bad place to get buried. All right, so we're now at the Temple of Juno, and this is the last stop if you start from Porta 5. So the site is essentially linear, it goes in a big straight line, and if you start from Porta 5, you're at one end, and here, Temple of Juno is the other. So we're gonna check this temple out, and then we're gonna head back.
There is about 5 kilometers of walking to see all the temples, but there is a trolley service available that you can take advantage of if you don't fancy walking.
All right, everyone, so that was Valley of the Temples, and this is a great day trip from Palermo. It's just a 2-hour train journey, and it's a fantastic site to visit. Walking amongst the history here, just amazing.
Yeah, and we were blessed with the weather today. It's sunny all day. So yeah, this is an amazing place. So add it into your Sicilian itinerary.
Definitely add it. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.